Ho ho, it's hydrogen chapter. Oh ho. Hydrogen. Yeah, yes. It's from 11th standard, guys. Oh ho, what happened? Yeah, I got. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, at any time what you're watching, think it. So today we will learn about this hydrogen chapter. It's very interesting inorganic chapter and a very important chapter for your NEET, KVPY, JE and also your board exam. So you can read it because I am showing this PDF because we will study this inorganic chapter line by line, okay? Because you will understand the importance of this chapter when you study line by line. Each paragraph, each line, each word contains a very much importance in inorganic chemistry. So let us start. Let us go with basic information that hydrogen symbol H placed with alkali metal as well as halogens and electronic configuration is 1s1. Okay, this is what we know. Let us begin. Hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe and the third most abundant on the surface of the globe, is being visualized as a major future source of energy. Yes, it's true. Hydrogen has the simplest atomic structure among all the elements around us in nature. In atomic form, it consists of only one proton and one electron. However, in elemental form, it exists as a diatomic molecule and is called dihydrogen. It forms one more compound than any other element. Do you know that the global concern related to energy can be overcome to a great extent by the use of hydrogen as a source of energy? In fact, hydrogen is of great industrial importance as you will learn in this unit. And 9.1 position of hydrogen in the periodic table. Hydrogen is the first element in the periodic table. However, its placement in the periodic table has been a subject of discussion in the past, as you know by now that the elements in the periodic table are arranged according to their electronic configuration. Yes, you studied in Unit 3 periodicity lesson. Remembered it? Hydrogen has electronic configuration 1s1. Introduction part I already introduced it. On one hand, its electronic configuration is similar to the outer electronic configuration of alkali metal, that is Ns1, which belongs to the first group of periodic table. And now on other hand, it's like halogen with Ns2 and P5 configuration belonging to the 17th group of the periodic table. It is short by one electron to the corresponding noble gas configuration, that is helium 1s2. And then hydrogen therefore has resemblance to alkali metal, which loses one electron to form unipositive ions, as well as with halogen, which gain one electron to form uninegative ion. So please highlight this point. The point is hydrogen therefore has resemblance to alkali metal, which loses one electron to form unipositive, and with halogens gain electrons, so it shows uninegative. This is important resemblance point, so this can be asked as it's the statement which is true or false, it can be asked there. And the next, like alkali metal, hydrogen forms oxide, halide and sulfides. However, unlike alkali metal, it has a very high ionization enthalpy and does not possess metallic characteristics under normal condition. Okay. And then sorry, I missed it. Okay, under possess metallic characteristic under normal condition. And then you don't think that I'm going like I'm just reading, because they were little bit less important, but I'm going to say the points which directly, the statement which has directly taken from the NCERT NEET, that I wanted to highlight in this inorganic chemistry. So let's move on. And then in fact, in terms of ionization enthalpy, hydrogen resembles more with halogen. Ionization enthalpy of hydrogen of lithium is 520 kilojoule per mole, fluorine is 1680 kilojoule per mole, and that of hydrogen is 1312 kilojoule per mole. This is an important point which can be like, the question may be like, does hydrogen hydrogen has ionization enthalpy close to fluorine or lithium? Then your answer should be fluorine. Okay, this is the important statement, highlight it. And then like halogen, it forms a diatomic molecule combining with elements to form hydrides and a large number of covalent compounds. However, in terms of reactivity is very low as compared to halogens, in spite of the fact that hydrogen to a certain extent resembles both with alkali metal and halogen, it differs from them as well. Okay, it differs from them. Okay, now the pertinent question arises as, where should it be placed in the periodic table? Okay, where it should be placed? It should be placed separately. That's it, right? Loss of the electron from hydrogen atom result in nucleus, that is H plus. It has only one electron. If it loses that also, then it become H plus, and its approximately size is 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 picometer. This is one of the important statement, as the question is loss of electron from hydrogen atom results in nucleus. There will be 4 options and you should take 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 picometer size. Okay, highlight it please. This is extremely small as compared to normal atomic and ionic size. So, and then 50 to 200 picometer. As a consequence, H plus does not exist freely and is always associated with other atoms as molecule. Thus, it is unique in behavior and it is therefore best placed separately in the periodic table. Okay, you read in unit 3. That's the reason I gave before only answer. I hope everyone got it. See, the points which I am saying to highlight are really very, very important. Please don't take it light. Highlight those points. You can score very well in this inorganic chemistry. NCERT enough for that. Okay, let's move on to occurrence of dihydrogen, that is dihydrogen H2. Dihydrogen is most abundant element in the universe. Okay, this is very, very important sentence. See, many students get confused in this, the word universe or world or some atmosphere. Dihydrogen is most abundant element in the universe. Universe is most the important word which matters a lot there. Universe, underline it. And 70% of total mass of universe, and is a principal element in the solar atmosphere. Okay, the giant planet, this is also important. Okay, the giant planet Jupiter and Saturn consist mostly of hydrogen. However, due to its light nature, it is much less abundant. And there might be a true or false, planet Jupiter and Saturn consist mostly of hydrogen. True or false? This correct statement. Okay, you should state the correct statement, in that this question might come. And then next is here they have written that in our Earth's atmosphere hydrogen is less. It is only 0.15% by mass. But if we combine the earth crust and ocean, it is 15.4%. See, the line is, however, due to its light nature, hydrogen is very light. So because of our its light nature, it's much less abundant in earth atmosphere. Of course, if it is combined, it's constitute 15.4% of earth crust, and in the ocean, in the combined form beside in water, it occurs in plants and animal tissues, carbohydrate, protein, hydrates, including hydrocarbon and many other compounds. Okay, the next important is isotope of hydrogen. Please read this. Okay, protium, deuterium, tritium. Okay, let me, why I'm trying to explain, I should go line by line. Sorry. Hydrogen has 3 isotopes, that is protium 1H1, deuterium 1H2, or deuterium can be symbolized as D, and tritium, that is 1H3 or T. Can you guess how this isotope differs from each other? This is one of the important question, guys. See, so many like lines, these the whatever highlighting points I'm saying, these are directly taken from NCERT in your NEET, KVPY, JE. Please don't take it light. Okay, mark it, रीड दोज बैट वॉट एवर, कुछ भी करो, रट लो, कुछ भी करो, लेकिन इन पॉइंट्स को याद रखो. ओके, and then okay, the answer is these isotopes differ from one another with respect to presence of neutrons. See, 1H1 there is 0, the protium has 0 neutron. 1H2 deuterium has 1 neutron. Tritium 1H3 tritium has 2 neutron. Okay, next you're reading about this. Ordinary hydrogen protium has no neutron. Deuterium, also known as heavy hydrogen, has 1, and tritium has no neutron in the nucleus. In the year 1934, so you can remember this scientist name. Okay, it's like who separated hydrogen isotope of mass number. It can be asked, but so far I didn't find it, but you can. In the year 1934, an American scientist, Harold C. Urey, got Nobel Prize for separating hydrogen isotope of mass number 2 by physical methods. The predominant form is protium. Terrestrial hydrogen contain 0.0156% of deuterium, mostly in the form of hydrogen deuterium. Okay, the tritium concentration is about 1 atom per 10 to the power 18 atoms of protium. See, this much you can remember. If deuterium is there, it's 0.0156%, and if tritium is there, 10 to the power 18 atoms. Okay, this is like you can remember this. And protium is 99.984%. See, they have not given here, but you can note down here somewhere side, so much of place is there. Protium is 99.984% of abundance. Deuterium is given 0.0156 of abundance, and then this tritium is 10 to the power 18 of that. And then of these isotope, only tritium is radioactive. This is also important. Protium and deuterium are not radioactive, only tritium is radioactive. Okay, and emits low energy for beta particles, that is T-half 12.33 years. Let us move on to this table. This table is very important, that is atomic and physical properties of hydrogen. Atomic and physical properties of hydrogen. Properties are given: hydrogen, deuterium and tritium. Relative abundance in percentage is 99. Abundance, I said 99.985, or I said 984, right here it is there. Say relative atomic mass, it is increasing. Hydrogen has least, deuterium it is increasing, it's increasing in order, and melting point is also increasing. Boiling point is 20, 23, 25, yeah, it is increasing. Density is also increasing, and enthalpy of fusion, that is per kilojoule per mole, 0.1172, it's also increasing. So no need to remember these values, you just remember the trend down the group and then across the period, what the values they are decreasing, increasing. You should just remember their atomic size, lattice energy, ionization, enthalpy, hydration. If you remember this 4 to 5 points about the periodic table, or you can buy of this S and P D block, you can easily come out of this frustration of remembering these too many numbers. Okay, we can't remember it, they will never ask these numbers, but sometimes ionization enthalpy of hydrogen might be asked. That is very easy, 1, 3, 1, 12. Okay, electron gain energy, covalent radius, ionic radius. Okay, let me ask you a question. Which is the smallest anion? Which is the smallest anion? Yeah, don't say hydrogen, don't say H minus. You're wrong. It's F minus, because it has more ionization enthalpy than hydrogen enthalpy. Okay, sorry, ionization enthalpy of hydrogen. Okay, it's small, but which is the smallest cation? That is H plus. Okay, remember it's H plus and F minus. F minus for anion, H plus for cation. Okay, let's go to next page. Since the isotope have the same electronic configuration, they have almost the same chemical properties. Okay. The only difference is in the rates of reaction, mainly due to their different enthalpy of bond dissociation. However, in 9.1 you know it. In physical properties, these isotopes differ considerably due to their large mass difference. Okay, see, whatever points I have said, I expect you all to mark it down, and then today you sit it, like it's just, see, I won't take hours of class, enough daily 15 minutes or 20 minutes if you spend on 2 to 3 pages before finishing this lockdown. I say that in 15 days this hydrogen and S block, P block of your 11th standard will definitely be completed by solving problems, and then questions. I will also do exercise questions, so please be like touch with us. Okay, we hope you all like this. Okay, carry on study, please don't waste your time. Utilize this time of this pandemic. Be safe. Thank you.